What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a video real fast covering the Anti-Propaganda Act of 1940. I'm going to say this as quick as I can and try to make the video as short as I can so you guys can get the gist of what I am covering. But long story short, in 1940, during World War II, the United States passed an act, pretty much a law that said the American government cannot pass propaganda onto its people, as it had recognized the propaganda that was used against people, um, that Nazi Germany had used against its people to um, get the people to go with them in their Nazi regime, right? So the idea is we will not allow our country to ever be the way Nazi Germany was in the past. Now, this law held true for 73 years. It's a very good law, and America would never, succumb to being like Nazi Germany. And you would assume this is a good thing. This is what you want. You want a law like this to stop the government from pushing propaganda. But as I will show you right here, why is this looking like this? Jesus. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's not even eligible. I was gonna show you guys the Wikipedia, but you could just Google it. I'm gonna assume that while you're watching this, you're Googling it. Just Google Anti-Propaganda Act of 1940. So, long story short, this Anti-Propaganda Act disallowed the government to push propaganda onto the people. It made it where we lived for these 73 years under a government that was not pushing propaganda. We didn't have to deal with this nonsense. We had a truthful media. We had, like, fun loving, not woke. Woke is bullshit. Woke is all created by the propagandists. And so during Obama's second term, he essentially repealed this act and pretty much destroyed it, like gone. And so the act of the Anti-Propaganda Act was ended in 19 no, it was made in 1940, right? During World War II, but it was ended in 2013. Okay, so for the last 12 years, we have been living under um, potential propagandist regime, right? So whichever government is in power can push whatever propaganda they'd like if they are pushing propaganda. And so you have seen some very, very strong propaganda pushed onto you. We've seen woke nonsense. You've seen stuff like Snow White. The American people are not standing for this propaganda. The American people are fighting against this propaganda. But long story short, the act of the Anti-Propaganda Act of 1940 needs to come back. It needs to come back in full, and it needs to be put into the Constitution, and it needs to be a constitutional amendment that is not repealable, not able to be taken out, and the government should not be able to push propaganda on the people as it has now. We have seen a rise in propaganda, a rise in violence. People are doing domestic terrorism. There is firebombing of vehicles, explosions. You're seeing on news stations that this is a mostly peaceful protest. Meanwhile, in the background, there's a literal city on fire. You're seeing completely innocent, um, like completely innocent people being completely destroyed by lawfare. There was a case of someone that was innocent that was running from a mob during the BLM riots of 2020. And so during the riots, he was running away with a rifle in hand, running as fast as he can, running, 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 getting away. The perpetrators were chasing him down, and they pushed him to the ground and started beating him with a skateboard, weapons. Some of them appeared to have firearms with them, and when he was pushed to the ground and started getting beaten, he had fired his weapon on all three perpetrators. They They all got shot, and he was absolved of any guilt. He did exactly what he had to do, use minimal force to preserve his own life. And what was the end result of that entire fiasco? By the way, his name was Kyle Rittenhouse. He was completely innocent. And what was the end result of that entire fiasco was he ended up shooting three pedophiles, ex sexual offenders or something. I'm pretty sure they were pedophiles, but he shot three pedophiles in that entire crowd, and he people were trying to use him as like a political scapegoat and be like, he is evil, he's bad. How can you side with him? It was wrong. He's shouldn't be at doing this and that and blah 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 blah. And so the entire idea is people will eat propaganda up for breakfast. Even in modern times, I can confidently tell you that everybody watching this video, and if you think you're not, you're foolish. Everyone watching this video, if you were raised in this 1400s, 1500s, 1600s, where slavery was a common thing, it was actually normal. It was a normality to lose your freedom. Have you had you lost your freedom in battle or at war or whatever, you would have been normalized to slavery, and you may have potentially became a slave owner yourself, or you would have been at least unopposed to it and just seen it as just the norm. As people in the 50s and 60s, they were smoking cigarettes and drinking beer, party like a rock star, party like a rock star. That was the norm. That was the propaganda being pushed. That's all good for you. Drink as much as you want, smoke as much as you want, do whatever you want, right? That was the norm. That was the day and age there. And guess what? Everybody knows cigarettes are bad for you now. They like people are disgusted by it. But if you were born then, you probably would have been doing that too. Um, Same thing here. I can tell you, everybody that's watching this video, if you were a child growing up in Nazi Germany, indoctrinated in Hitler Youth, you probably would have been a Nazi fighting for Nazi Germany had you been born and raised and grown from Hitler Youth and indoctrinated to believe that Hitler was Jesus Christ himself. I can tell you that propaganda is the worst possible thing to be pushed upon any people, and if propaganda is solicited, if propaganda is legal and accepted and normalized, propaganda can lead an entire population to ruin. And so the Anti Propaganda Act of 1940 needs to be brought back and it needs to be constitutionalized. That's my take on this video. If you guys agree, if you guys have your own opinions, if you have a different take of this, you can give me your opinion in the comments section. Let me know what you're thinking. Hit that like button so more people can see the video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you on the next one.